Hey y'all, good afternoon. Welcome to Sidewinder Shed. It is Sunday, August 23rd, and it is 4:13 p.m. Eastern Time. Uh, had some technical difficulties, and I'm not even sure if the mic is working right now. I hope it is, but that's what's been holding me up for the last 20 minutes was trying to get the mic to work. It's not an overly expensive mic, and it's been abused. I might have to get another one, but yeah, hopefully somebody can hop on here and tell me if it's working. Or maybe I can cheat and listen to myself on YouTube on my phone. So, yeah, there's definitely a delay. All right, Philip, hopefully you can hear me. All right, well, it seems to be working. All right, good deal. Yeah, like I said, I was having some technical difficulties, and I don't think this thing sounds as loud as it usually is. Hey, Eric,
Hello.
how you doing,
Uh,
buddy?
are we with sound and picture? If I'm looking confused, it's just because I wonder where to put it. Here,
I got
maybe.
you, buddy. What are you doing up so early?
Early. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, well, what time is it where you're at?
10:15.
10:15 at night?
Past moon. PM.
Yep. Yeah, okay, all right. So it's not early. I thought it was like 2 o'clock in the morning where you're at. I'm terrible with
Well,
UK.
that way early. No,
Yeah.
it's still late.
Okay, it's late. Okay, I got you.
I don't know how much you see, but I cleaned my garage today.
Oh, good deal.
No,
Good
the
deal.
deal is not good.
Yeah,
It's
I got you.
I try to make room inside the threshold here.
Yeah.
Didn't go so well.
No, well, yeah, I had the same problem. It's one of the reasons why I'm sitting on the back porch instead of out in the shed.
Yeah,
Well, one, believe it or not, it's not bad out right now, temperature wise, but in the shed it's really hot. I didn't feel like turning the fan on, and I have not cleaned. I had an area cleaned up, but I kind of went the reverse direction over the weekend here, and it got messed up again. So I'm lacking on space.
I see. I can't. I using the light from the screen. Ah, it's 15C.
Oh, okay.
That's 55 maybe. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's 87 degrees Fahrenheit here right
Okay,
now.
that's definitely warmer.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little warmer, but I mean it's a lot cooler than what it's been. It's been over 100 degrees all week.
Always on your my end. I mean, I hello one
Yes,
two.
sir. Okay, yeah. Lights went out.
No, I went inside and nobody put on the light. That's
I gotcha.
that's rude.
Yes, I guess here it would be about 30 degrees Celsius or around
Ah,
there
I could
right
survive
now.
that. Uh,
Yeah, this is actually pretty comfortable at the moment because there's not much humidity
oh,
either.
that's the one normal thing you complain about. So I guess that's good.
Oh
But
yeah. Yes.
funny thing, I don't know where you ended because I lost my phone.
Oh,
And I can't say that you have to shout because I got my earbuds on.
oh my God. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. I can't call you either. That wouldn't work.
No, but just keep the conversation. I'll find it eventually.
I got you.
There you are. I lost something. Stepped on something. I don't know if you have this brand in USOA. I think you do. Uh, I have purchased months ago or something. Small rig.
What is it now?
Logo is there.
Oh, okay. All right, I
And
got
this
you.
is so convenient.
Oh,
I
I
haven't
can
tested
imagine.
the cell phone holder, but I think it's good enough. And I can just, yeah, I flip it. Maybe that works.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Well, we got another person on here, David. And David, you're the one that Philip was talking about, aren't you?
Hold on.
Okay, I'm hanging on, buddy. Here
There.
we go.
Can you see me? There you go. How
Yep,
y'all
I'm
doing?
doing all right there, my friend. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not doing too bad. I hear some echo. Let me try
Yeah.
to back out and come back on.
Oh, okay.
I
All
have to
right.
turn off the YouTube again.
Yeah.
Let me try to back out.
All right, sir.
All right, just as I get on.
Really? Oh, gone.
Oh, where'd you go, Philip? Hold on. Hold on. There you are. All right, my
Yeah,
bad.
just as I'm trying to get on, I'm trying to send messages to everybody. And just as I'm coming on, Dave comes on.
I
What was
got.
what was his deal?
Well, here, hold on a second. We'll ask him. He's back on. Let me
Okay.
let him add.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought it was probably something technical on your end.
There we go, David. How you doing, buddy?
What's up,
Yeah, how
guys?
you doing, Dave?
Is that any better? Is the echo gone?
Doing pretty good. What's up, Philip?
How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good.
Good, good, good to see you.
You too, buddy.
You getting better? I hope.
Yeah,
Are you? Are you?
yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I got a little bit longer. Probably another month. I should be released.
Yeah, it's just too hot out here for me to be outside today. You know,
It's very delayed.
rain delay. It's yeah, it's just too hot for me here. I'm staying in the house.
Okay. No, the phone is very delayed.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I gotcha. I gotcha.
mhm.
Yeah, the signal is taking him a while to hear it. What do you have running in the background, David? Are you just on the link for the StreamYard, or do you still have YouTube running in the back?
Yeah, I'm just on the link.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't think I do. Let me check. I don't think I do. Hold on.
Yeah, that's something I learned with the StreamYard. With Bear Rose Garage, I had to make sure that the YouTube or anything else like that was off, and just went with the StreamYard link.
So listen, uh, did we lose Dave again?
Yep, yep, that's all right.
Oh,
He'll probably figure it out here and hop back on. You know, there
oh,
everyone's welcome.
okay.
So I'm gonna
So
go.
yeah,
I
I
found.
just understood that Eric is cleaning his garage, huh?
Yep.
I tried to,
Mm,
but I'm back at the same points actually.
yeah.
I can barely close the gate,
I see.
and that's the same where I started. It just
Right.
looks different. Guess what house number I got?
Oh, 59.
And I don't know if this is from 59 or not. It's old.
Give me 1 second, gentlemen.
Carve that wood.
Here we go. We'll try David again. Is that any better, David?
Is that better?
Oh, I can hear you. Great. Yes.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It's still
Yeah,
delayed. It's still very delayed. Very
It-
delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I backed out of it too and got rid of YouTube.
Well, damn, I don't know. We ran into this problem before, and I can't remember how we got it fixed. And I can't remember. My sister Carol kept having that problem when she was on.
Yeah, it's just the voice is delayed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, no. If I'm coming through okay to you, Philip.
Yeah, you're fine here.
Okay. All right. Because I was having trouble
I-
with Mike.
Yeah, everything's fine here. What it is it's just with Dave. He's hearing us delayed, you know.
I gotcha.
So we just gotta pause long enough for him to hear it.
Just like they did with the
Huh?
moonshot. You know, there was when they went.
Yeah.
There was a communication delay.
Mhm.
But anyway, David,
Yeah.
how you feeling, buddy? You know, heard that Philip was telling me about the incident you had there, and you recovering okay?
I'm doing better.
Good deal.
Yeah.
What about did you want to talk about that the race, the sponsor?
Yeah, that's one thing I did want to do is I wanted to get Dave on here and
Yeah.
let him talk about that charity event that he's got coming up. When is that? In November, Dave?
Yeah, November 1st.
Whereabouts is it?
Bradenton Motorsports Park over here in Bradenton, Florida. Over here by off of it's Bradenton is about maybe 30 minutes south of Tampa.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what is the charity for and everything? You know, give us all the good news so that neither me.
Well, we do we're doing hold on. It's still when I talk, it's like I'm trying to talk, and then as soon as you guys talk, my voice comes through. You hear me?
We can hear you fine.
Okay. So I'm doing the veterans for veterans dogs where they donate dogs, and then we're doing multiple sclerosis.
MS, yeah.
Outstanding. You know, I served in the military too, and so these are for the support animals, I'm assuming. They are? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outstanding. Yeah, I've got I know quite a few veterans that could use some support animals. And I'm not being a smart ass. That's being serious. It's a big help for them.
Yeah, we did that last year as well.
Outstanding.
We did the same charities from last year.
Well, let me ask, what all kinds of cars and car classes are you going to be having for this race? And is it an open invitation?
Hold on. I'm still hearing Philip talk. I don't know what's up here, but we're having Super Pro, which is a box class. Pro, no box. Juniors, bikes. Outlaw 632, which is a heads up class.
Yeah.
550 index, 650 index, 750 index, and open comp.
Damn.
Well, good.
What do you have to do to register for it, or is
What'd you say?
Is there a registration process for?
Yeah,
everybody?
no, it's just at the track. We're doing everything at the track, nothing online.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to ask in my
Yeah.
fumbling about way.
Okay.
And for actually for
Show up at the track then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
and for donations, I mean, if anybody's interested in just sending a donation, is that acceptable?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, throw
Yeah.
the address out, throw the link out.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I don't have the link on me, but you can. Phil, if you guys can get whoever can get with Philip. I don't. I'm having a hard time hearing everything.
Yeah. Secondly, you can just go to Dave's YouTube channel. That's DRC Racing, and you can find everything you need to know there. So he's got all the links and everything there. So
okay.
Philip, you might have to speak for me a little bit because when he's asking a question, I can't hear him, and then when I go to
okay, I'll try to do my best.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, in short, is that Dave holds these charity events every year at that track, and I just think it's a great thing. You know, a few years ago he was holding a charity event that that helps a lot of people. The guy's got a big heart, and I just wanted to mention that. There are all kinds of different charities he tries to raise money for. And yeah, this year he's doing for, dogs for veterans, as well as, I think he said MS, multiple sclerosis this year. That's a heck of a thing too. And so, I just think that, what Dave is trying to do here, I got a great deal of admiration for him because he puts us on year after year after year, and gosh, that's a hard thing to have to do, but he manages to pull it off every year, and God bless him for doing it,
Yeah, being hurt and all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's it's been probably about a year since that accident of yours, and even through the accident,
15 months.
Yeah, last year he's all hung up, and in and out of the hospital, in and out of therapy, and in and out of surgery. But he still put on this charity event,
Oh, that's dedication there, Dave.
Yeah.
That takes a lot. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I stub my toe and I call in sick to work.
I was in a bad car accident just prior to meeting Dave, and the point is that I know how tough a struggle that is.
Oh yeah.
And all I could do was just try to keep my own personal affairs in order at that time, let alone run a major event, So, yeah, hats off to you, Dave. I really, I think that's fantastic. Good job.
The accident's very, very mental. Very mental.
Yeah. Oh yes. I'm sure. A lot of worry, a lot of psychological. What am I going to do? What's going on?
Yeah.
How to keep all this going and everything. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, we're all old enough. We have stories like that from our either recent or far past. I can tell you much right now. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I can relate. I can relate as well. I spent almost a year in the hospital. That was back when I was in the service. I was 40.
Oh, look at that bird.
Oh my God, yeah. There you go, Eric. What What's the bird's name, buddy?
That's pretty.
No, Mike. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. In Norwegian, not slang, but children's language.
Yep.
It's just bird.
Okay.
So I call it pipen.
Oh, you call them people.
No, pipen.
Oh,
P-E-P-P-E-N. Pipen.
Okay, peep 'em. Okay. I got
Because they say peep. You say beep, but we say peep. It's actually not that warm for her, but she's making acrobats and
Good Lord. Yeah, I had when I was a kid, I had a couple of parakeets.
Well, when I was a kid, we had one like that.
Yeah.
His name was Butchie.
Butchie?
Yeah.
I think I heard that name on birds.
My sister, if y'all remember, oh my God, what was it? Vegas Dantana, that had the cockatoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred. My sister had a cockatoo, Fred.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, thanks to my brother-in-law, her husband, he was a foul-mouthed bird.
It taught him all the words, huh?
Oh yeah, oh definitely, yeah. Not a kid-friendly conversation with that bird. That's for sure. David, do you have a car in this race at all? I mean, obviously you won't
Yeah, I
drive.
drag race a 73 Duster drag car.
Oh, outstanding. What do you have for an engine in that?
It's a 515 big block Mopar with Indy heads.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
If you go on if you're on Facebook, you can go to Indy Cylinder Heads. They just did a story on my car.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Oh, really? I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
That's
This is-
Indy Cylinder Head, you said,
Yeah.
Dave?
Yep.
Okay.
They just posted it yesterday.
Oh, really? Huh. I'm surprised that hasn't popped up. I'll have to look for it because I don't think I'm subscribed to Indy Cylinder Heads, but I certainly know about them.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check that out. So, but yeah,
This is
Indy
my
Cylinder
drive car.
Heads. Indy Cylinder Heads. They specialize in a lot of Mopar stuff,
Yeah.
as well as they got some of the best aftermarket Hemi heads
Mm-hmm.
that you can buy too. I know a little bit about them. Not much of a Mopar guy, but you know what?
Mhm.
When you talk about Hemis, you got my attention. But
This is my drag car.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the minivan. Yeah, right.
They just did it yesterday, and they talked about the race a little bit.
awesome. What color's your car?
It's lime green.
Okay. I think I'm looking
Yeah, that's
at. That's it.
That's
Yeah, that's it.
if you go the post before that is where they talk about the car.
I gotcha.
Mm-mm.
I'm just
Do you have the microphone in the cage, Eric?
I don't know what's wrong with it with her.
well,
She's usually
outstanding.
not like this.
Mm.
Yeah, shit. Same color as my lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same color as the bird.
Bird. Yeah.
Yeah, what is this? Matter of fact, I got the same color right here on my Corvette keys.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. So we're all supporting you, David, one way or the other. We're all
Yeah.
supporting you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'll have to watch that a little bit later.
Yeah, you can You can check the post before that. They did like a little write up on the car, and
Outstanding.
Now that car is you've got a new engine that you're building for it.
yeah,
You got a hold of another 400 block,
yep,
which is just like the 440 block, correct?
400 block.
Yeah. All right. Is the 400 block totally different block than a 440 block?
It's just stronger because it has more webbing.
Okay. And they can still be bored and stroked out to over 500 cubic inch, right?
Yeah, 515. Yep.
515. Yeah. Now you are you
Yeah,
going
they can be. They can go up to like a 523 on the 400 block.
I see.
Okay,
Is that
dumb
is that
question.
your plan for it to go as big as you can?
That's 515 as big as I'm going to go because I have nitrous on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, a dumb question because for years, till recently, last 10 years, I was kind of more familiar with the Fords and everything. But that 400, does that come in the two flavors also, the raised block?
Hmm.
Okay, I gotcha. Just curious, just trying to.
I don't know about the flavors. I know it's just they were really good blocks from about 68 to like 74.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, my knowledge is just basically what I've had my hands on,
Mhm.
and that's mostly been the small blocks, Mopar small block.
Yeah, I like small blocks too. I got a few of them.
Yeah, the only thing I've really done major with them is I got one 91 360.
Yeah.
The TBI engine roller cam, and I got my hands on that because I have a 92 pickup truck W250 with 300,000 miles on it. So I wanted to get a fresh engine for it.
Bonnet Auto.
Yep, that's
Just
Eric's
cheap
place.
plastic, and I just printed and laminated.
Is that his YouTube channel, Bonnet Auto?
It is.
Yes.
But I'm planning on changing it actually. But yeah, one day.
Well, damn,
Ready
David, I'm
sounds.
glad you made it, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming. It's just, Philip, I'll call me when you're done because I'm still getting like distorted.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
All right. Appreciate
Nice to see
you.
you,
All right.
Dave.
We'll see you. Yep. Have a good one. Check out Indy Cylinder Head.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. See you guys.
DRC
right,
Racing
bye-bye.
is YouTube.
Yeah.
DRC Racing is his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay, outstanding. If I was a little bit better on the computer, I don't want to wipe everyone out, but I know I can put the actual link up here in the comments. It's just something I'm going to have to get used to, especially if we're going to have some people on.
Yeah.
There.
And I can't see it right now myself because, I really should have a second phone going or a computer, laptop, or something. I can't. For some reason, I don't know what I did. I did something with my tablet that now I can't get YouTube on it at all anymore. I don't know what the deal is.
Oh God. I don't know. I turned this one on and then my mic wasn't working. That's why I was 15 minutes late. I spent 20 minutes trying to get the damn mic to work. Even the computer mic wasn't working. And so it was something in the computer, so I had to reset everything. And I was hoping, with the new computer, because I used to have to do that all the time with the old one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just I've been dragging it around a bit too much. I don't know.
And with me, I'm sorry, go ahead, Eric.
In Norway, we call it take the Swedish test. That is usually turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah, no.
Because we're neighbors, so They probably say take the Norwegian test back.
Yeah, right.
Well, tell you what, down here I got the old redneck fix, and that's called
Yeah.
a 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, just blow a hole in the damn thing and buy a new one.
Buy a new one, get a new one.
Then I think I prefer the Swedish one.
I actually kind of lost track of the time because I'm so focused. It's been well, today will be the 4th week since the last time they aired any NHRA drag racing. So I've been kind of looking forward to this,
I gotcha.
and so I was so focused on that and I have a DVR that's got a program to record, and I know I've got Friday night's time trials recorded. I haven't watched, and Saturday afternoon's time trials, which I haven't watched. And the plan was to put the recordings on, watch both of those, and they'll be over just in time for the drag racing to come on live. You see,
I gotcha.
but this is they're in Brainerd, Minnesota this weekend, and the significance of that race is this is the last race of the countdown in their points championship.
Okay.
So this is the jockeying for position kind of thing.
Yep.
So this is a must-win race for a lot of the teams. Some of the teams that are way down there in 8th, 9th, or 10th position,
Yep.
they've got to win to bump themselves up.
Yep. I
And
gotcha.
there are other guys that they'll be bumping down out of it, you know.
Yep.
So, and then they take another week off, I think, and then it is the U.S. Nationals because they always hold the U.S. Nationals on Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yep.
the U.S. Nationals in Indianapolis, and that's the big time. And it's after that race, then you're locked in, and they take the top 10 points leaders, and those top 10 are the one that compete for the championship. Anybody else who's not in the top 10, you might as well just pack it up and go home
I got
for the
you.
rest of the season. And a lot of teams do because they don't have the money to keep spending for the last 1/3 of the season, you know. But and for no good reason. I mean, sure, they can pick up some wins. I can remember a few years ago, the Bob Tasca team, they were not in the points running, but he continued to run out the whole rest of the season for 2 reasons. One, he had a signed contract with his sponsors. He had to. So he had to make the appearance. But secondly, he wanted to be the spoiler. He wanted to be able to keep other guys that would otherwise win a race. He wanted to be that guy to try to knock them out, you see.
I
So-
understand that. Yeah.
It really gets interesting. This race this weekend, next weekend, and all the races through the end of the year are going to be interesting to watch, depending upon the point standings. And that's by design. That's exactly what NHRA wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
They didn't want to, because here's the thing: when that came along, you had John Force and Don Schumacher. They might as well have changed the name of NHRA drag racing to the John Force Don Schumacher show, because those were the only 2 teams winning all the time.
Yep.
You know, and the point system was designed to try to level the playing field, and it did a lot, you know. So as to keep people watching, to keep racers racing, and everything else. So I remember when the whole thing came about, no one liked it at all, but now that they're used to it, they like it, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, because you don't want to see the same 2 or 4 every
Yeah.
year, year after year
Yeah.
after year.
Yeah.
You know, you want to see the little guy get at least up there in the points.
Yeah.
You know,
And here's the thing, Steve, because
hey,
because they were winning, they get the prize money, which makes them even richer, and more wealth in the race team means being able to invest in the race team and make it better, you see.
Right.
And it kind of has a snowball effect. And the little guy, he doesn't stand a chance, you
Yeah,
know,
he's
because it
just
just makes the big guy more and more powerful every weekend, you know?
yep. A Twisted Mopar showed up.
Yeah, I see that.
Hello. And oh, you know what? With David, I remember now what the problem was with my sister when she was having the same issue. Believe
Yeah.
it or not, with the phone she had, she was watching it and everything, and it was on speakerphone, along with the video. And for some reason, on her particular phone, that's
Yeah.
why a lot of times now when she comes on, it's just voice, because she has to hold it up to her ear because the speaker on that particular phone, maybe they have the same type. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but it has too much feedback.
So
And
I can believe that because I got my old phone here and I could turn it on and tune in, you know, and I know there will be a delay. That's why I don't even bother,
right,
you know.
yep,
So,
that
and
could
that's
be
just that older technology.
yep,
What's Eric?
Back to
that could be.
school. Up with the hand.
Yes, sir. What's up, Eric?
Yeah. No, you just talked about racing and stuff, and
Yeah.
here around, electric tires don't race. But unfortunately, I just okay, maybe I go. I said because I heard about it, but I didn't know what I said no to. It was a pretty hefty drifting show, car
Okay.
show thing, just in my local area,
Okay,
and it's a drum shot, so there's no sound and stuff. So I just show you on my iPad.
okay.
Uh, I should have focused, of course, on the cool scenes.
Yeah.
But you
Gotcha.
see, already the pad is black from drifting,
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, and you said what? These are all electric
and that
cars?
is no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Electric cars don't race, not
Right.
drag
Yeah.
racing or anything.
Yep.
But sometimes we're lucky on the local authorities allow things like this,
Okay.
but not too often.
I get
Yeah.
it.
And
I get you.
and stupid me missed it because whatever. I'd never expect this to happen.
I get it.
Right.
Well, yeah. Stuff happens. You know, they have something similar to that when they do the No Name Nationals, don't they? Um, the burnouts
Uh,
and the stuff like
but that's
that.
on a budget, isn't it?
What's that?
That's on a budget, isn't it?
That's
Usually.
yeah, that's from what I've seen the videos and everything. See, I haven't made it to No Name Nationals yet, and I know they have burnouts, and I'm not sure if they do any drifting. No, circle like that would be interesting if they had the room.
Because here was Norwegian championships. Not it was not the championship, but the winners of the championship and stuff. So they're professionals.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you. Yep, I get
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah. Drift. They were drift champions putting on a demonstration, correct?
Yeah,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
locals. I
that's
think
still,
they
that's
even
still,
used a 80s model of this one.
oh my
Mhm.
God.
2 liter
Oh,
petrol and 86 horses or something.
oh
They
my.
had to
Now,
constantly turn it all full turn in
Yeah.
order to get the inner wheel spinning.
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I can tell you, Philip probably has experience with this, being from the
Mhm.
snow belt also. I know when I was younger, I used to do a lot of drifting, not always on purpose, and that was usually
Yeah.
between December, January, and February up in
Oh yeah.
Massachusetts, in the snow and
Mm.
ice.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was a kid, first driving, you drove in the snow, so you had to learn how to drift.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
were
Yeah,
drifting before drifting was cool.
yeah,
of course.
yeah. And I've done it with the big truck too. Matter of fact, there's a few times I was out in the big big parking lot where we keep all the trucks and everything, and I did it bobtailing and everything, and guys come out and said, "What the hell are you doing?" And, well, I didn't want to just admit to the fact that I was doing it for shits and giggles and having fun.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, "Hey, look, I'm going out there on the road." I said, "I got to know this truck," which was part of the truth, too. It was a newer truck to me. I wasn't used to it yet. I said, "I got to know where it grabs, where it lets go, you know, how well I can shift it while I'm in a slide and everything else." I said, "So I'm just out here getting a feel for the truck." And they all looked at me and they're like, "Well, that makes sense." I was like, "Good, good. I'm glad you bought that story because I'm just out here screwing around and having fun." All right,
Well, you
This
know, when
Twisted, there's no drifting at No Name, so it's just the burnouts.
yeah,
okay. This one has a really angry engine.
really,
2.4 liter
yeah.
naturally aspirated diesel with 73 horses.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Ooh.
But if I put the correct tires on it, it's dangerous in our roundabouts.
I'm sure.
It's no shit. Cargo tires and correct pressure and stuff. Yeah, you have no control actually.
Oh
It
God.
goes no matter what.
And I always feel ashamed when I have to talk about only 300 horsepower in my Corvette.
Oh God. Yeah,
Here comes little Miss Snoopy.
I got you.
I think it
wanted
is
to mention,
the.
I didn't get a
Oh,
chance to
cat.
mention, but when we were talking about racing for money and everything,
Yeah.
Twisted had mentioned there is not enough money even if to win the race to pay the expense to race.
Yeah.
Not enough money even if you win the race to pay for the expense of the race. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see. Yeah, what's the pot? You know, what's the prize? Oh, you get $500. Really? That was one
Yeah.
tire. That was
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, that charity event when Dave held it last year, I remember one of the classes that I helped sponsor, the prize money was $1,500,
Yep.
you know, but, yeah, what these guys have got into the car, you know, $1,500, especially nowadays with fuel and your
Oh,
transport costs, you know, because you got to trailer the thing, you know,
Yep.
you got to pack up all the tools. Even the guys that are running on a budget, you know,
oh yeah. Oh hey,
they're
you're
yeah,
Australian. Our Australian friend is here and watching
yeah,
top dead center. The man,
yeah,
another man from the future.
yeah,
Eric Eric is from the future also. He's
yeah.
6 hours ahead of me. So 5 hours
It's
ahead.
going to be about. I think with Craig there, that's going to be about 7 a.m. in the morning, Monday morning.
Oh, that's good. Look, Craig, I
Yeah.
got to get a hold of you, and I got to get your phone number so that I can call you Wednesday morning, and you can give me Tuesday night's lottery ticket.
Yeah. They don't work like that, Mark. They don't work like that.
You don't? Oh, there goes my early retirement. Damn,
Yeah.
damn.
If you're gonna work outside, this construction lead strips are amazing.
What is that?
I just it's
Oh,
a
that
lead strip.
canopy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, whatever.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Yep, yeah. My nephew Kenny is here. He's out on off of Route US 35. I know that well. I know that road well. Out in Ohio. Um, all right, Kenny. Yeah. Well, you know what?
Oops.
We did 35 a while ago, and it's a lot better than when I used to run it. When I used to run it, it was
Nice.
just a little 2-lane road. But yeah. I'll tell you what, Craig. Yeah, if that was a good idea, I'd split it with you 50-50, buddy. I'd split that lottery with you. But Philip says it don't work that way, and he's smarter than me, so I'm gonna have to believe what he tells me.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, why don't you tell Craig how he's able to jump on here by scrolling and hitting that link?
Oh my God, yes. Here, matter of fact, I'll even refresh the link and I'll put put it right up here. Craig, if you look in the comments section, coming up, the next comment you see will be a link. All you have to do is click on it, and you can join in right here with me, Philip, and Eric.
Yeah, when you click on that link, it'll take you to StreamYard, and you got to agree to the cookies and this and that. You got to get permissions from mics and cameras and whatever, but it takes you about a minute. Then you also got to enter in the name that you're using on this channel. So
Yeah,
in the meantime,
if you want, you can put Craig, you can put,
yeah,
Top Dead
So
Center, you can put whatever you want. You just enter it manually.
yeah. Just be respectful, no profanity.
Yeah, no, we only say profanity for the audio, and that's after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because after 5 minutes, everybody loses interest in my live stream, so they don't watch.
Well,
it.
I'll tell you what. Are you that guy, Mark? Are you the guy that starts cussing and swearing when you're working on cars?
I'll put it to you
That
this
guy?
way. I'll put it to you this way. You got to remember, I'm former military. I'm a truck driver, and so yeah, more often than not, I cuss and swear when I'm working on the cars. It's if you're lucky, I will say a normal non-cuss word.
Yes.
I mean, I have come up with some good phrases, and I really have to record them because half the time I can't remember them. But I'll get so frustrated, I'll just put out the blue words in a stream.
Yeah.
It'll sound good. Everybody will know what I'm trying to say, but I can't remember it afterwards.
Here's a funny story I'd like to tell you. So right about the time I'm a, young teenager, there was this woman that lived in our neighborhood. Now she was the mother. She had children, and she was the mother to one of the guys that I hung around with. His name was Leonard. His mother's name was Dorothy, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But this woman, sweetest woman in the world, kind of odd though. But here's the thing: nicest woman. She just loved kids. She's always not, we was always hanging around their house. But when her husband came home, she just hated that man, and she would just start cussing, making up words we'd never even heard before. So the point is, I learned a lot of the worst cuss words from this woman who hated her husband. I have an impersonation of her that I do using those same words, but I can't put it on here,
It was funny.
It's just funny. Sweet old gal just hated her husband. He'd come home from work, boy, she'd just start up one side, down the other with cuss words.
Now, my mother, God bless her, God rest her soul. She very proper British woman, okay?
Yeah.
Victorian type. And of course, she was born in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
And that's the way she was brought up and everything. So foul language was something that didn't often come out of her mouth. But she was very creative on alternative.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's very creative with that. And some of the phrases, too. She wouldn't just say, you're an a-hole. She would go and give a very, very, oh my God, just a description. She'd turn it into a whole paragraph.
Yeah.
That meant the same thing as a-hole.
Yeah.
It was, oh my God. And it was funny because halfway through, even if you're the one that she was yelling at, you couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And being the youngest out of 16, it usually took her about 5 minutes to finally get to my name, Carol, get out.
You're right. My mother would do that too.
Yep.
she'd go through every name
Yeah.
in the family before she get mine right. You know.
See, I was lucky that way because by the time she figured out who I was, what my name was, and everything, half of her anger was already gone.
Yeah, exactly. Because my mother would start laughing at her mistakes. You know.
Yep.
By the time she got to your name, she couldn't remember what she was mad about.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. That's yeah, but hey, not to worry. I had brothers and sisters that were right there to remind her why she was upset. They, yeah, that was called payback. Yeah, they love to see me get in trouble.
Getting back to the cussing while working on cars. I used to be like that when I was younger,
Yep.
like maybe in my 20s. But now that I'm older, the one thing that I learned was because you run into a problem that gets you frustrated.
Oh yeah.
And I learned that if I'm feeling like to that point, I need to just step back, take a deep breath, calm down, even if it means walking away from the thing for a minute and
Oh,
calm down and go back to it. Because I find that when I'm trying to succeed in a job and I'm frustrated, it just makes the situation worse. I go off and just, calm down and come back at it with a little bit calmer attitude. It always seems to go better,
Oh, I got you. Now, don't get me wrong here, all right? Because a lot of times when I'm working on the vehicle, I'll be cussing out a steady storm.
Yeah.
But that's not because I'm frustrated. That would be just like any normal person
Yeah.
sitting there and humming a tune or singing a song. Me, I just let it flow with the customer. But I do the same thing you do. When I actually get frustrated, I have learned, yeah, you got to step back.
Step back, calm down.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Walk around the block if you need to. Turn everything off. Go to bed. Start again the next day if you have to. If you have that option. Yeah, because if you're working on something where you're actually that flustered and frustrated, only two things are going to happen. You're either going to hurt yourself or you're going to break something. You're not going to fix the problem.
Yep. That's right. That's right. And that's where when you're working on one of them jobs, like you're working on your car, and it's one of those things where you got to get it right the first time because you can't afford to mess up.
Yep.
You just can't do it. That's why it took me 3 days to put a transmission in a GMC pickup truck,
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty straightforward, but I had to take my time. I had to back off every now and then and just calm down. My saving grace was I was trying to do that in December, which the nice part about being here in Florida, at least I wasn't competing with the heat.
Right.
Right. It was nice weather.
Yep. And I will agree with you that I'd rather have it cooler, not below freezing, but
yeah,
I can actually handle below freezing better than I can 104 degrees with 97% humidity. The biggest problem I have with the cold back then, with the cold working, you can't really feel.
Yeah, your fingertips get numb.
Yeah, you can't feel anything. And on occasion, just like anything else, if your hands are a little bit wet for whatever reason or something, there's been quite a few times I've pulled a bolt right back out because it stuck to my damn finger. It froze right on, just like your tongue on a flagpole.
Yep.
And I'm like, son of a gun. It's 3 times I've tried to put that in, and 3 times it stuck to my finger, and I don't have enough room to put another hand in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Well, here's Craig. Let's welcome Craig.
How are we all?
Hey, Craig, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How you going? Bill?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Hey,
Oh, you're freezing up there a little bit, my
Mark?
friend.
okay,
Yeah, we're having a problem.
where we going? And who else was with you guys?
Oh,
Well, we had Dave on earlier from DRC Racing. You missed him.
Yeah, and we got
Thanks.
Eric up here. He's from
Oh,
Eric,
right,
you're You're from Norway?
No,
Says
he's
in my
G'day,
name.
Eric. How are you, mate?
I keep confusing Sweden and
Ah.
Norway, buddy, and I'm always going to do that.
You better not.
I do. I can't help it. I'm a dumbass American.
Ignorant.
Yeah, yes,
Good
yes,
one.
exactly. I don't mind that term ignorant either, because that just means a lack of knowledge. It does
Yeah.
not mean the ability not to get the knowledge. Okay, it just means the lack thereof. And yeah,
That's true. That.
I have no problem with admitting
What are you guys
that.
up to?
Oh, not too much. Just sitting here. Was hoping that you would come on, buddy. You know, after talking to you. a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
good. I'm wrapped. I was up in time. I'm wrapped. I was up in time anyway.
Yeah. What time is it you're in Australia, correct?
Yeah, it's nearly 7:10 a.m.
A.M. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
my wife is here, so I want to tell her my plan no matter what Philip says. Greg is in Australia.
You got no choice.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning there. So I figure I'm going to give him a call Wednesday morning.
It's a beautiful day, actually. It's going to be a beautiful day here. I'm just going to.
He can give me the winning lottery numbers, because he's a day ahead of us. Yeah.
Step outside.
Philip said that's not how it works, though.
Oh, that's better.
Oh my God, One-Eyed Cat is here too.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we got.
There you go.
I got a
Tragic.
small screen here now. I think with the free one, 4 is all I can put on at one time.
I just wanted to mention, Craig, wherever you were at, your signal, and now that you're outside, the signal's much better.
Yeah, I know.
So-
It's much better. It's a bit weak. I was out in the garage just mucking around with. I was going to start mucking around on the bench, but yeah, there's no reception in there.
Yeah.
He's got a garage like I do. It's probably
Yeah, he's got a big garage there.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
I can only go part way in my garage, and if I go into the man room, it's when I built it, I actually accidentally made a Faraday cage. You get no signal,
All right.
nothing. That's
Yeah,
why,
no.
that's why I keep all my electronic stuff.
Oh, right, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've got a pretty big garage over here. It's just we can get 5 cars in there. There's a horse float there and a few cars at the moment. My car's there. He's called Sniper. Me 5-litre Windsor car. You guys got the Fox body, and we ended up we never got a Fox body in Australia. We got an EB Falcon. So it's a 4-door.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got it.
Yeah. I've had this car. Oh, God, over
Oh, my.
20 something years now, I suppose. I don't
Yeah.
know how long I've had it, but I've had it a long time. But I found it in a paddock, and it was sitting under a gum tree, and it hadn't had or seen the road for a good 4 years. It had bullet holes all the way up one side of it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it had been clapped out. The engine was fucked in it. The transmission was fucked in it, and I know these cars were going to be worth something someday because they were the first of the XR8s.
Yeah.
Which was a series that just the last of the XR8s was when Ford closed down over here. Was I think it was 2020 something. Anyway, so they went for a long time, and this is the first of them. Yeah, so it's got a build number, and it's got still got the genuine engine in it. I had the block go off to a place called Duggan's Engineering, and they surface decked it and lightly honed the cylinders. They done me crankshaft. They done like the big end bearings, box plate, everything.
I got you.
Got a grass top end on it. Yeah,
What kind of engine did you say it had in it?
it's got a roller cam Windsor. What the Fox bodies had in them.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
5.0s. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. It sings now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a good set of heads on it, and got an Eagle crankshaft in it now. It's got Keith Black pistons in it, and so it's 347 now.
Okay.
347, yeah.
Yeah, got a 3000 high stall converter in it. Yeah, I've smashed the diff in it twice, the rear end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was my fault. You know, when you add power, you got to everything else has got to be added too.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
What were you
All of
running?
that
Just shit just
horsepower,
starts breaking. Yeah,
all of that horsepower will find a weak link.
Oh yeah.
that's right. And those diffs weren't made for that sort of horsepower.
Yeah.
I come to find out twice.
What were you running for? What were you running for a rear end in that? Just the stock rear end?
It was a stock rear end, but there's still it's still LSD,
Yeah.
the Borg Warner diffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I've got a different center in it now. It's got a true track in it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so they're really, really strong, and
Yeah.
it's pretty much it's good. They're good for about 700 horsepower, and I'm never going to get 700 horsepower out of that engine.
No.
I getcha. I
Even
getcha.
down a hill, it wouldn't get 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's a real good car. It's a good fun to drive.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
One-eyed cat was saying he's trying to get a car done today, and it's rained 4 times already. And he
Oh,
can't get
yeah.
a break. You know,
But that's like how it's been here in Florida all week, every day this week. Just you can set a clock by it that with an afternoon rain and thunderstorms and
oh,
and
yeah.
like on I think it was either Thursday or Friday, the power kept cutting out. The power would cut out every 10 minutes for a solid hour. It was just
Jesus.
frustrating as hell. I'm trying to either do something online and power cuts out, you lose the Wi-Fi, and can't watch television because it cuts out the cable box. It was frustrating because once you lose power and the power comes back on, it still takes about 5 or 10 minutes for everything to reboot.
Right.
And just about the time everything reboots and you can start seeing it, then the power cuts off again.
Cuts off again.
And you've got to
It's
set
just
the clocks again.
frustrating as hell. And that's just how it is this time of year in this part of Florida.
Wow.
And we're getting to the peak of our hurricane season now. So believe it or not, everybody in Florida is watching what's happening off the west coast of Africa, because that's where all the hurricanes come from, is the west coast of Africa.
Oh yeah.
They come right across the Atlantic and shoot straight on over here to Florida.
Oh, speaking of weather, down in Australia, because they're upside down.
And we drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
Well, no, we don't. We drive on the right side. Usually they're on the wrong side.
No. We're bigger than you guys, so
Yeah, I
on
know
the
that.
right side. You're on the wrong side, but it's also
Yeah.
still winter time down there.
Yeah, well, it's nearly spring, so it's coming
Yeah.
into spring soon.
Coming into spring, we're getting ready to go into fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's what
it's summer
Dave's
all the time
DRC
here in
said.
Florida.
I'm sorry, Philip.
Yeah,
and I
the
are
DRC, Dave's race is it's called Fall or the Brawl or something, isn't it?
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Dave's that race that he's hosting, the charity thing at
The
Bradenton
charity
Motorsports.
race, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that's called
yeah,
Fall
that's-
on the Brawl.
Yeah, that's another thing, because here's the thing. See, there's a whole different group of guys, whole different group of racing that happens here in Florida. And what it is, it really starts with the Pro Mod division, because the Pro Mods, in order to put butts in the seats, they can't compete with all the other motorsports here in the States.
Yeah, right.
NHRA and
Yeah.
and IndyCar racing and NASCAR racing. So what they do is they come to Florida in the off season when there's no racing left anywhere else in the country. They all come here to Florida and they put on racing. So and
That's awesome.
and the leaders are the Pro Mods in the IDRL and IHRA and those kind of racing leagues,
Yeah, so you have Jeff Lusk and Murder Nova, those guys in Kai Kelly.
Yeah, exactly. So those guys are coming over to the pro stock ranks as well. Otherwise,
Yeah,
they do a
right,
lot of pro street racing, or
Yeah,
what they
well,
call outlaw super street.
Yeah,
So-
I've been watching that show ever since. I think it first aired here in Down Under probably 15 years ago now.
Yeah,
I've been following him. I've been following him ever since then. I think that's really sort of got me even more addicted than what I already was with cars
yeah.
and that. Yeah,
I
Freaking
I
awesome.
deliberately did not watch it because it promoted street racing, and
Yes.
that's the thing. In drag racing, the camp has been divided. You have those who are strongly against street racing, and
Yeah.
and those who condone it. And
Yeah.
I'm just one of those. No, don't put it on the street.
Yeah,
Take
well,
it
that's
to
right.
the track.
There's a time and a place, isn't there? You know?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
There is a time and a place, but I suppose it did get a lot of publicity, and probably it's been good for the sport, hasn't it?
Well, it has. It has brought more attention to it. There are
Yeah.
people who are fans now
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
of racing that otherwise
Yeah.
wouldn't be had it not been for that show.
Yes.
You know?
And I also think as from being down here, I've been watching Cletus McFarlane for God
Yeah.
knows how long now, and he's another one. He does a lot of dangerous stuff, and probably not always the right thing to do, but it's put racing on the map again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
now,
he's done a lot for the sport. He's done a lot
Oh,
for
yeah.
just being car guys in general. You know?
Yeah. No, he's
ways I look
he's
at
living
these,
the dream.
Yeah.
you know, one, it's great. I love watching all that stuff. I really do. Do I recommend doing it? No, not at all. I'm kind of like, look. All right, y'all have to. I know this is real and everything, but honest to God, you have to separate reality from fantasy. Okay, for him to do it, this is real, and he's living through it. Okay, that's good. He has experience. For you to do it, dude, you're 17. No, not
Yeah.
a good idea. Watch
Nah,
it and enjoy it. Don't do it. Okay.
that's right.
Well, there's a place for that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part about being here in the States. They have venues all over the place. Just about every county in every state has got a place for you to go.
Oh yeah.
You know,
And I mean,
so there's no excuse not to. You know,
and look,
don't do it on the street.
no.
No,
Yeah.
no.
A lot of these racetracks, even the ones that are partially closed down, you know, they don't have the big races or anything.
Yeah,
They still have what they call, you know, the spectator sport.
yeah,
Where you can come in as a spectator, bring your car, bring your daily driver. They used to do this all the time here
uh-huh.
in Richmond, both circle track and drag racing. You can take
Yeah.
the car you drove to watch everybody else, and on certain
Wow.
nights, certain times,
Yeah,
you
that-
just drive that right in. You pay a $10 fee back then. It's probably, you know, like $90 now, but
Yeah.
you pay a fee, and you go out there and you can race your regular car, whatever you got. You know, if you got the car that's your daily driver, but you happen to have a 400 horsepower engine in your daily driver, well, then
Just
you
happens to be, Daly.
yeah, yeah. You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, I've got about that in my daily, so yeah.
yeah. Well, you know, what I'm saying when if I ever get off my butt and get the time and the money to do it, the engine that's going in my truck, not 400, but it should be a respectable 300, 325. But I built it for torque because it's a 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive, so it should the torque
Yeah,
number
right.
should be up right around the 400 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Mark. But that would be a nice little daily driver, you know, to take down the strip. I don't think I'd want to go in a circle with it. It's got a 4-inch lift on it. It's got wide tires. Hell, I'd be in the stands in a heartbeat.
Yeah, she'd have a bit of body roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
Hey,
tell you
like,
what,
go on.
I was gonna say, I'll tell you what, the suspension on that thing is so damn stiff. There ain't no roll on it. It just picked the wheels up before the body had ever twist.
Wow. And is it going to be a carburetor car? You're going to EFI that car?
Oh no, it's I'm taking a step backwards. It's got a throttle body from the factory, and I'm going
Yep.
back to a 4-barrel carburetor. And
Okay.
I'm getting rid of the computer in it. Basically, I'm going to bypass the computer.
ECU, yeah.
Computer. It's a 92. So it's got the primitive computer in it.
Yep.
And I'm going to get rid of that because it's the third brain box that it's had in it, which isn't bad for something that's 34 years old. That's not too bad.
Yes, that's right.
But they're getting hard to find and they're getting expensive. And I plan on keeping the truck for till I retire and can't drive the damn thing anymore. So another 5 years.
Good one. Yeah, that's good. Just put some big jets in it and get some that 3.8 fuel line. You'll be right, and a good fuel pump.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Well, here's
That's
the
all they need.
interesting thing, Craig. I'm going to be running 2 fuel pumps, not at once. I'm keeping the electric fuel pump that's in the tank.
Yeah, that's what I've got in my tank. I've got an in-tank one, but mine's a Walbro 255 litre, so it's an aftermarket one. But we have to sort out to modify the cradle that it sits in, but we got it in there pretty easy. And I've got like big 3.8 fuel lines because I'm running a Holly EFI Sniper on that car, and it requires, I think it's 58 psi. It needs to work properly. Yeah. So it's getting that now. She ain't starving anymore. Yeah.
No, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm more looking for a backup systems. So I want the electric fuel pump, and I'm also going to run a mechanical. I got a I got Edelbrock 650 on it, and it has feeds for it has 2 feeds, so you can either
they look like they're sitting on sideways, but they're not. Don't know those carbies, the Edelbrock ones.
Oh yeah. They're good for your everyday street. They're not all that great for, well, they're not bad for racing, but the Hollies are a step up if you want to race. If you want a daily driver, which is what it
depends.
In my opinion, and I'm a little bit more familiar with them. Again, I grew up with Fords, Carter, Edelbrock. Very similar. So
Carter, that's an old word. It's an old word, Carter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the Edelbrock is based on the Carter AFB, I think is what they called it.
Yep, it is.
So when you're talking about an Edelbrock carburetor, you're talking about a Carter carburetor.
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah. Because I had one of those Edelbrock ones. It was an electric choke one. The ones that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was a 650. Yeah. And I ended up getting rid of it because I've got that Sniper on it now. But the guy that I sold it to, the only reason he wanted it because of the way it sat, because it was going in a hot rod. It was going in a 32 Roadster, and he said the other way wouldn't sit in the engine bay because it was up against the firewall or something. Anyway, he said you needed one like that to make it all work. Yeah.
Yep, I get you.
Good carbies, eh? Yeah.
And that's the thing with the old Holly carburetors. The reason why they're designed the way they're designed is for its serviceability. You can stop the car, get out, and with a couple of simple tools, change jets, put it all back together, and be back on the road. That's how it was designed.
Yep.
The whole thing was designed around racing to quickly service it.
Now,
as where the Carters, they're not. The Carters and the Edelbrock are not designed for that.
Without putting
that's it.
racing caveat in there, that's what a lot of people, first thing out of their mouth is, the Hollies are so easy to work on, and I can change that, lickety split. And I'm like, well, with a Carter or an Edelbrock, I don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. But that's exactly my point.
Yeah, that's for racing. Yeah.
Yeah, the Holly carburetor was like the Harley Davidson motorcycle. They designed it so that you can service it, but by its very design, now you have to service it.
Yep, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, that is great if you're, that's not great for the family station wagon, but that's great for your street strip, for your hot rod, for anything you want some good oomph out of. That is, the Hollies are nice. I do like.
Yeah, the only thing is, if people pull them apart and want to put bigger jets in, they don't figure out how to put them back together.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to put them back together. Like, what do I do now? Where does this part go again? So
they mess.
You've got to be very careful, don't you?
Yeah, they got the carburetor all set up, and they screw with the timing, and you get that one backfire, and you're like, oh, son of a bitch.
Well, that's another thing too. You get a backfire in those Hollies, you'll blow that power valve. And it was the thing. I didn't know enough about the power valve and how it worked until just in recent years. I know, so now it wouldn't be a problem for me. But you know what? I've never owned a Holly.
I have. So this is how I learned about that damn power valve and a backfire. I'm still trying to figure out my timing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Carburetor was beautiful and everything. I'm like, I can get a little bit more. Let me just, try.
Well, Holly,
Son of a
Holly has
I
a
can
kit
get a
that
bit
you
more.
can buy, and it's a tray that has all your jets and a whole bunch of different power valves and a bunch of extra screws and everything. You might as well just buy that tray,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
That's right.
because
Yeah.
you're going to need it. You buy the tray with, and it's probably, the tray is probably another $300 or $400.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you might as well just get that with the Holly because you're going to need it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You will. Definitely.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I found out, I sort of found out the hard way with the Sniper as well, trying to turn it up a bit. If I give it a bit too much AFR, she gets a bit lean, and you can, as soon as you put your foot into it, then it's she's not happy. So then I'll just pull over it. But it's good because I can fix it on the spot. I just pull over,
Yeah.
open, because it's got a little touch screen thing over in there. I can just go into the settings and reset it back again. So it's not like, it's good. Cruises around really, really good at about 14. Like when I'm talking about the AFR, and then
Yeah.
I've got it set for wide open throttle as at like 12.2. And once you put your foot down, that's when it changes. The AFR automatically changes by itself.
Yeah.
And then when I get out off of it, it goes back to cruising again. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah,
You
but
know-
you can foul the O2 sensor. If you turn it up too much, you'll foul the plug, and you'll have to get a new O2 sensor. I found that out too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
You got to get those wideband O2 sensors for them.
Oh shit!
So-
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it
Yeah.
goes on the mat, just on the header pipes on the other side of them. Yeah,
Yeah. And here's another thing. If I were using that system, I'd also have a whole nother set of gauges to be watching too, and including your O2 sensor and your fuel lean and fuel rich. Have a gauge like that too, as well
I
as
do.
having temperature gauges monitoring both the water and the oil. In
well,
that.
that's all in the that's all on the touch screen. That's really good in that sense. You've got your
Yeah.
temperature. You've got all that. The only thing you don't have is your oil pressure. So I've got an oil pressure.
Yeah.
I've got an oil pressure little tacho, and I've got a Monster tacho, the auto meter ones with the shift light on it. So that way, sometimes when you've got a helmet on, you know yourself, you can't really hear the engine. If you've got another car beside you, it gets a bit hard to hear your own engine. So
Yeah.
having that shift light is key.
Yeah.
Two things, guys. One, this is going to blow your mind, and it's something I came across about maybe 3 or 4 months ago. That Holly Sniper, it has its base roots in the same TBI that they're running on the Dodge right now. That's
Yeah.
where that's its grandfather. Okay, and that's basically. They looked at that because, to be honest with you, that TBI system on the Dodge, everybody picks on it, says it's a piece of shit and everything. It's a very nice system itself. What ruined it was all the emissions that it had to compete with.
Oh yeah,
And everything.
yeah.
That really,
Emissions kill them.
yeah, that really put the kibbutz on it because back then, too, you had a very simple computer. You couldn't just, like he's doing, have a little laptop or a little iPad or whatever and change all the settings on that. It was never designed for it.
Yeah,
So that's the problem with those TBIs. Mechanically and the way they're designed, it's a beautiful system. It's everything else that the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency here in the state,
yep.
forced on them that turned them into dogs. Second
Well, I
thing
couldn't.
is
Go, sorry.
what temperature it is down in Australia.
Yeah,
Eric
she's
wanted to
cold.
know-
Foggy out the background.
What's that?
It's cold out down here at the moment. I said you can see the fog in the background.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He was asking about the temperature, so I just wanted to put that out because he asked a little while ago. How cold it was down there.
Oh, probably now it's about 12.
Okay.
Hey, how
good.
cold is it now, Mum?
Yeah,
11 it is. It's 11 degrees.
yeah. Him and Eric
So
speak
we-
the same language. It's called metric.
Yeah, you go Fahrenheit, don't you?
We speak regular English.
Yeah. And you speak mile an hour as well. Yeah. We speak
Yeah.
kilometers.
Yeah. So Eric,
Crazy,
on is
isn't it?
11 degrees. Yeah, that's okay. That
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It really doesn't, unless you're handing me a tool, it doesn't get in the way of anything automotive, that we have in common. And actually,
Yes.
it probably work out better too, because if you ever come to America, you're going to need both sets of tools anyway. You're
Yeah.
going to need standard and you're going to need metric, because
Yes. I've got them all. Don't worry.
yeah, especially if you work on something from the 80s, and especially GM, they were famous for this. They'll have
Yeah.
on the water pump, they will have a 9/16 and a 15 millimeter holding that damn thing on right next to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and that's my pet peeve. I just hate working on anything that I have to use a metric wrench or a socket for it.
Yeah.
That just makes me mad. I don't like it. If it's got metric on it, boy, I'm pissed already.
No,
Yeah.
the only thing that irks me is I got probably about $5,000 tied up in 10 millimeter sockets, and I got 2 left.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, Mark and I was discussing this before, Greg. I have only 2 10 millimeter sockets, one in a 3/8 drive, one in a 1/4 inch drive. It's the only 2 I've ever owned. I still have them. And why do I still have them? Because I
they're
never
your
use them.
Yeah.
I never use them.
Come
Never
on, they're your
touch 'em.
favorite. That's why you don't want to use them.
Ouch. The cat's clawing my head.
Yeah, Philip's the type that'll take a 3/8 and a big hammer.
Yeah. Make it work.
Won't go for that 10 millimeter.
But a lot of these cars, even the old ones,
Yeah.
they're hard to work on. There's not much room in a lot of spaces just to try and get at some of the nuts and bolts. It's just like, who the fuck built this? Oops, sorry, who the far out built this engine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God! Back in the 80s, I had a good friend of mine that went to work for GM. Okay, in one of their dealerships as a mechanic, and they have to go through training. Okay, every so often, get their certifications and everything. It was back in the 80s. We'd been there for about a year, and I can't remember what it was, but there was something that GM had designed that was a pain in the ass, and it's something that always goes out. It was kind of like when they decided to put the starters in the center in the oil valley of the engines, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Well, back in the 80s, GM had done something that's similar, something stupid. It might have been that damn bolt that you have to remove, but they got the frame in the way, Anyway, the guy giving the lecture and giving the class was actually the engineer that designed that particular thing I was talking about. There were 3 guys that actually got up out of their seats and rushed the little podium because they wanted to beat
I want to beat the hell out of that guy for coming up with that idea.
Oh my God. Yeah, but
Yeah, the Cadillac North Star engine, which was a good engine, good performance engine. But boy, you didn't want to change the starter in it because the starter was underneath the intake manifold down in the valley of the block.
Far
Yeah.
out.
So you have to pull the intake off just to change the starter.
yeah,
And
there's-
it wasn't easy.
There's quite a few engines like that now, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Look,
Yeah.
where should we put the starter? Something that frequently, needs to be replaced. About
Yep.
5-6 years, needs to
Yeah.
be replaced. Where can we put it? Well, let's put it in one of the hottest parts of the engine where it has a chance of getting oil soaked,
Yeah.
soaked, and all the electronic components going to it can get wore out quicker. And let's
and
make it a
heat-
4-hour
heat-
job to fucking replace it.
And don't forget
Yeah.
the heat soaking,
Oh,
too.
yeah,
The
that's right.
heat soaking.
Yeah, I
You know?
mentioned that. Yeah.
And if there's one thing that I think is even dumber than that, and that's with these Chrysler North or the Chrysler Pentastar engines, the V6, the 3.4, 3.6, 3.7s, because that's where they put the oil cooler. Is down inside the valley of the block underneath the intake manifold. Now, why in the hell are you going to put an oil cooler there? It ain't doing you any good down there.
No.
No,
So
that's right. And he doesn't have to take it out when it needs replacing.
that's right. The engineers that came up with it,
They
Yeah,
must
they don't care.
Alaska. They must have been from either Alaska Or up in northern
From
Russia.
Fairbanks,
know,
you reckon?
back in the 80s, we used to cuss and swear at the Japanese engineers because we swear that they were designing this just to piss off Americans, because the Japanese stuff, you couldn't get your hands in there to work on anything, you know?
Yeah, I
Just
know.
trying to
Even
change an oil filter was impossible on these Japanese cars.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
God, yeah. Hey, Eric was saying him and his friend just talked about the North Star engine today.
Yeah,
However, Toyota and Lexus did the same thing,
yeah,
except
yeah,
they put in a starter that doesn't fail.
yeah.
Well, give it 40 years. You know, we're getting close. We're getting close. Let's give it another 10 years. Eventually, it might have to be replaced. Now,
Well, that's just it, though.
might have to replace it when you replace the engine, but it's still going to need to be replaced.
Can you imagine what a Lexus starter costs, though?
Oh my God, yeah.
I'll bet it's $1,000 for one of them. Just like my Honda motorcycle. That's what's holding up this whole progress. Is because
Do you know what
I'm
Lexus? Do you know how
afraid.
they got come up with that name, Phil? Lexus. Do you
What?
know what that stands for?
What-
What?
Lexus. How they got the name? It is luxury U.S. export.
Yeah, luxury export for the U.S. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Well, that's just like Audi. You've heard of the name brand Audi. That's
Yeah.
actually old. That's the old Auto Union Deutschland. You know, Auto Union was a car manufacturer in Germany. You know, and
right.
and they supported the Reich
Oh yeah.
during World War II. So they had to change their name if they wanted to stay in business. So instead of calling themselves Auto Union Deutschlander, they called it Audi. And it's just an acronym. The AUD which is Auto Union Deutschlanders Incorporated, you know?
Whoa, I never knew that one. There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. That's wild. Good Lord.
They're good car, the Lexuses, aren't they? They are a very, very nice luxury vehicle. When I was in Japan for 27
Well,
years,
that's
so
just it. That's just it. As the Japanese targeting the U.S. market, they wanted to get the upscale people. They wanted to take money away from Cadillac
Oh yeah.
by winning over the Cadillac owners, the Cadillac
Yeah.
and the Lincolns, you know?
Yeah.
And at the time, it was real easy to do because
Yeah.
Cadillac and Lincoln and Oldsmobile, they were slacking. So they left the door open for
Yeah,
Lexus
they're very
to come
smart
right in and
technology
steal
wise,
that
the
market share.
Japanese. Yeah, they're a lot more advanced than all of us, like as in technology.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they would have had electric windows and those car seat warmers freaking 20-something years ago.
Oh
Yeah.
God. I remember when Lexus first came out. You know, I didn't even realize it was Japanese vehicle when I first looked at them and so on, because they were so different from what you were used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't any, full-size luxury Japanese cars really at the time.
And not V8 ones anyway, was there?
No, definitely.
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
And, Eric said the one that he was talking about was 35 years old, same original starter on it. So
Yeah, wow.
give it another 5 years, Eric. Let's keep an eye on it. You know, I was kind of being a smart ass, but yeah, it is interesting because Craig, I don't know if you have this problem or not, but when somebody says, yeah, it's an old car, and I ask them what year it is, and they say, oh, it's a 2005, I'm like, what do you mean it's old? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
no, yeah. Right, I'm exactly. If it's 2000, it's new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I can,
Yeah.
We've got all the newer technology. I
Yeah.
like the stuff that doesn't have any of that, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, same here.
course,
Yeah, me too.
I
That
can't-
car doesn't have no electric windows in it, no airbags, no ABS. There's none of that. It's just you drive it. It's part of
Yeah.
the thrill. Having
You know,
no ABS.
I can
I
say
had
when
I
somebody
had a
says
nu-
they have an old car, I'm
Yeah.
expecting 19. First, I'm expecting them to start off with the number 19, not the
Yeah.
number
Yes.
2000. Okay.
Yeah.
Second,
Yeah.
the following numbers, if it goes past 78, I'm like, that's still new.
Yeah.
That's still new.
For me, it's everything made before 1974. Because
Yeah.
in 74, they had to start putting all that pollution
Emission
bullshit.
ban. Yeah, yeah.
And that's
It
what,
started in Australia in '78. They started doing that.
yeah. And that's why I like my 73 Trans Am, because that had a 455 block in it. 73
That's a sweet.
didn't have none of the pollution bullshit on it, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Lucky. So even my car, if I wanted to use the carby on it, if the police pulled me over, they could put that off the road because it's not EFI. It hasn't emissions anymore. You're not allowed to do that.
Oh, really? See,
Yeah, you're not allowed to use because the
in
emissions. Yeah, you're not allowed to put a carby back on it.
in
If
America,
it came out with a carby, yeah, fine.
in America, most states, once your vehicle
Mhm.
hits 25 years old, it's exempt. You don't have to worry about it. They don't worry
Yeah.
about because they figure
Really? Well, that's a good rule to have.
not that many out
Oh,
there.
shit.
Some states it only has to be 15. Some states it has to be 20. But as a general rule, if it's 25 years old, you don't have to worry about the emissions, and you can also register it as an antique vehicle, and you can get antique.
Yeah,
plates,
right. Okay. Yeah, we
and-
can get Club Rego over here as well if they're 25 years old.
Yep,
It's a
and
club registration. It's heaps cheaper.
and it doesn't see. There are 7 states out of the 50 that have an annual inspection, and they go through everything and make sure the vehicle is roadworthy. Okay, but if
That's
you
a
have
pain in the
antique,
ass.
yeah, it is. If you have antique plates, you don't have to do that either.
But here's,
Eric was asking if my Dodge is a
Yeah.
92, and I just want to answer him. Yes, it is. It's
And do you have to have a logbook with that? And how many?
no,
do I have to have what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
logbook.
Over here, we have to have a logbook with our cars that have that. Like a logbook with cars with that registration. Yeah, has to have a special logbook, and you can only drive it. I think it's like 70 hours per year. You got to log it down before you get in the car and write
Okay,
it down in a little book. In case they pull you over, they want to know how many times.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. In America, yes. By law, you're not supposed to have the logbook. Nothing says that. But by law, you're only allowed to drive it X amount of miles per year. And that kind of changes state to state also. They all have their different limits.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
In reality,
yeah. That's
unless you're doing something stupid or unless they see something falling off the vehicle or, an actual danger,
Mhm.
they don't care. It's not worth their time. You got to
Yeah.
realize how many vehicles. are
Yeah,
on
that's
the
right.
street and everything. If they were to pull over every antique plate vehicle that they saw, and probably 90% of the time find nothing wrong, they're not going to waste their time. They got
Yeah.
other idiots out on the road that
No.
that will contribute to the state state spending more than somebody with an antique vehicle that drives
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day instead of 3 times
Well, I know
a week.
here in Florida, the police don't bother. How they enforce it is the insurance company.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to register the vehicle as an antique vehicle, you get the antique vehicle plates. The primary advantage to that is the plates are a lot less costly.
Yep.
You see, it's a lot cheaper to get your
Yeah,
antique vehicle
same
plate.
over here, same thing.
That Corvette back
Yeah.
there, right there, that would qualify for antique vehicle plates. But here's the thing: your insurance company, they're all up in your business. They check the registrations on a regular basis, and they report back to the state. And here's how it goes with antique vehicle plates in this state, anyway. You first of all, you have to take the vehicle in to a agent for them to verify what the miles are on it. And then you're limited to only so many miles per year. And
Yes.
every year
Yes.
it has to be checked. If you go over that mileage, your registration, your tags, your license plates are automatically suspended.
Yep.
And your only
Wow.
option is to go back and get another set of tags that are not antique vehicle plates.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's the insurance industry that'll tattletale on you,
Oh yeah.
you know?
Yep.
So,
But that works good on some of the old vehicles where the odometer don't work, like on my truck.
yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
stuck at the same mileage for the last 5 months. And I really
Well, that's just it. A lot of guys will do that because on all the old cars where you actually had a cable coming off of the transmission, all you got to do is get up in there with a pair of channel locks or a pair of pliers, disconnect your speedometer cable, and especially with today's new technology, you can get a GPS, a handheld GPS device that will display your speed. Yeah, you're driving around with the speedometer disconnected on your car, and you're not racking up the miles on it. In fact, that's been an old trick.
Oh,
Goes
yeah.
way back. You know, you got to be careful. You could buy a car that's got 200,000 miles on it, and it's showing only 60,000 on the odometer.
Oh,
Because
my
the
God.
first thing guys would do is disconnect the speedometer and drive around with no speedometer. You
Yeah,
know?
well, my speedometer still works because, well, it's electronic, you know, and it still works. What has happened is on the odometer, first my trip meter went out. Now the odometer has gone out, so it's a little plastic gear teeth. You can
Yeah.
hear it trying to click
Yep. Yeah.
every now and then, but yeah, I mean, 34 years old, plastic's gonna break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, what's Greg doing now?
I don't know. He's got his head under the car, buddy. I think he.
I can't see. I'm trying to look at a little tiny screen too.
I got.
Yeah, I'm just about to turn the light on.
I got. He's doing something we probably should be doing, working. But
No, it's Sunday. It's race day, man.
I got you. Eric wants to know what about the cameras? Which cameras are you talking about, buddy? The ones in the cars, or are you talking about the big brouhaha and to do about the flock cameras that they're putting up all over different states? Because yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was there's another guy that I follow who's also a car guy. He actually runs a shop where he does paint and body work and builds hot rods and stuff. And he goes off script a lot because he'll also show what he's cooking in the house, you know, but he put up in his post a website where you can go to find the location of all the flock cameras, right?
Yep.
And I'll send you that link if you want me to.
Yeah, man.
But I looked up in my area, and like I said, I'd consider myself pretty rural. But sure enough, the first flock camera is only 6 miles from my house, and then I hit 3 more flock cameras just trying to get to the Walmart. So that's 4 flock cameras out here in the rural, you know.
Oh yeah, Eric. Yes, flock cameras equals surveillance. And Craig, we kind of lost you, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see how far I can go before. Let's see how far I can go before you lose me. I'll walk backward.
Right there, Eric. I mean, right there, Craig, is where we lost you. Right where you're standing. That's where it starts to freeze up, buddy.
Yeah, no, I was right next to the car. I just come back out of the garage, I did.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll get the car out here next time.
What were you doing to the car, pal?
Oh, I've got the alternator out of it. I pulled it apart. The car was run fine. About 2 weeks ago, I started it up and I was just warming it up and it just cut out. Everything died out. All the power, lost all the power.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, fuck. Yeah, so then I've taken the battery out and put it on the charge again just to check it wasn't the battery. And same thing happened again. Then I knew straight away it was the alternator because there's nothing there at all. No, even like the interior light's not working, nothing. So I thought, you know what, it's going to cost me about $500 or $600 for a new alternator.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive, very expensive. So I'm just going to pull this one apart and I'm going to try and figure out what's wrong with it. And yeah, I pulled it apart, I split it, and there's got 2 bushes on the inside that run up.
Yep.
2 brushes, I should say, that run up through the center, and they wear down.
Oh yeah.
So it just I need to
New
take it up
brushes.
to go up around the corner and get him to solder on some new ones. It's a $20 fix.
Yeah, believe it or not, Craig, about 100 years ago,
Yep.
both Philip and I used to rebuild alternators and starters.
Oh, well, there you go. We use more guys who know exactly what I mean then.
Yep.
Yeah.
The carbon brushes. Yeah.
Yeah, they look. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm rapt I did that because I got to learn something myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, I
Yeah.
had a
Hey,
chance.
let
I
me
read-
ask you:
Go ahead.
did you ever lose my signal as I walked out to the car?
No, sir.
No.
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, that's a new record for me then.
Yeah. Well, probably because you weren't talking. It was just, you know, it only had a focus on your face
Yeah.
and what you were saying.
Well, I just wanted to see if it would go out that far because
Yeah, it did.
my
It went-
Wi-Fi is it's not that good. That's why whenever I've been on the show before, I couldn't hardly ever leave the porch because if I left the porch and came out here to the drive or out in the yard, it was too far away from the Wi-Fi and it dropped signal. But I see it's held it all the way out that way anyway.
Oh yeah. And Craig, I wanted to tell you too, buddy. And I'm sorry, Philip. I
Yeah.
don't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to tell him also on the alternators. And I wish I could remember because I was just browsing through things and I said, hey, I remember doing this. There is 2 very good videos out there. One was about a GM alternator, and one was, I believe it was Ford, although I can't quite remember. But I'm sure if you do a search on YouTube, it might give you a little bit of an idea of what you're looking at, what to look for, and stuff. And speaking of the alternators and the starters, I saw this. My God, it was just last week. Went into a shop. I was getting a tire for my daughter's car 2 weeks ago, and sitting there on the bench, all covered in dust. And I didn't have the presence of mind to ask him about it, but you'll know what I'm talking about, Philip, an old growler for
Yeah.
checking.
Oh, yeah.
For checking the you know what I'm trying to say. The windings on a starter. You know, you put the
Yeah.
core in, brings it around, and looks for shorts, and it growls when there's a short in the
On the
wind.
field soil. Yeah, on the windings.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah. Oh, and
Mm.
Eric was asking what year one he wanted to know what did you say it was an XR8 and what year is
Yeah,
it?
it's a 1991 EB Series 1. So it's the first of the XR8s they brought out in August 91.
Outstanding.
Factory 302 Windsor roller cam engine, yeah.
Yeah, my God. Yep. See, this is what I missed when I got out of working on cars and everything is that change during the 90s when they were taking all the old flat tappets and turning them into roller cams and everything. And back in the day, I didn't think too much about it. But 40 years later, you know, I'm like, yeah, I like the old engines. I like the old style. And if you can get a factory roller cam, that saves you about $1,200 in converting it over, because you've heard all the problems we've been having lately with the flat tappets over the past 5 years.
Yeah, the roller cams, they just work a lot better. There's less friction as well. Like, you know, less friction everywhere, less drag.
And there's
I want to add on those alternators when you do them too. Here was another problem that they had was the bearings, which are really nothing more than bushings. The bearings would go bad in them too, and that shaft would start to chatter, and that'll mess up an alternator too. So whenever you replace the brushes, you want to replace the bearings in them too, because 9 times out of 10 it's a bad bearing or bushing, you know, that causes the brushes to go bad, cause the alternator to phase in and out.
Yep.
Yeah, right. But that's it there. You can just see the bushes are worn down.
Oh,
Yeah. And when you replace those, there should be 2 little tiny holes going all the way through. And what you do is when you put your new brushes in, you take a paper clip and stick them in those holes to retain the brushes when you go to assemble the thing back together. And then you pull the paper clips out. That's how you keep. That's how you can put the stator or the armature back in without smashing them brushes.
Yep. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to get the automotive guy around the corner to do this for me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a new module in it.
Yeah, well, if you get
I'm
a,
all for that.
yeah, if you get
And
a
replace them
chance,
bushes. That are,
Greg, if you get a chance and he'll let
yeah.
you, stand over his shoulder and watch what he does. Because an alternator, a generator,
I sort of had a go at it myself, but my soldering iron didn't heat up enough to get the old tacks off.
I got you. I was going to say, you know,
That's the only reason I'm taking it to him. Yeah, otherwise I would have just bought the part.
I mean, everything, all of those things are.
Yeah, I'll be definitely watching him. He's a mate of mine, so.
Yeah.
Because once you learn one, you have the basic understanding of this electric fan, ceiling fan motor that I got going above me, alternator starter, generator. If you have a outdoor generator that's gas powered, you know, the generator part, a lot of that is so similar. Once you learn the basics, you have a good working knowledge of what to look for, how to check it, how to test it, and everything. So it's always just not just, you know, for cars, but for any electrical motor. It's
Yeah.
just a good piece of knowledge to learn.
It is, yeah. And you save yourself $1, that's for sure. Because I know it would have cost me a few $100s just to get another one, even a Rico one. And my brother's mate, he does alternators, and I said to me brother, give your mate a ring and see what the story is. And he's I don't know if they just a lot of people, they just think you're an idiot. I don't know, because he was like, just tell him look, once they get power steering fluid on them, they're effed, he said. And I'm like to myself, mate, the power steering on this car, the power steering pump's on the other side of the car.
Yeah.
It's got no power steering oil over it. It's like he didn't want to do the job. You know, look, you tell him I'll look for another one for him. I'll get him a new one. I'm like, no, mate, you won't be getting me a new one, mate. So I pulled this thing apart myself, and I gave my brother the half of the alternator, and I said, tell your mate to fix them. He can solder them on for me. No, he doesn't want to do that. You know. So yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what. I've owned enough old cars that I've had the alternator and the starter full of oil, grease, dirt, grime, power steering fluid, transmission fluid, and everything. And yes, they'll stop working for a while. You go in, you can clean them up. The only time it gives you a problem is a lot of times with the ones with the internal voltage regulator. It might jump and short that out.
Yeah, but you can replace those.
Exactly.
On the DMs, you can just change it out.
Change it out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the audio electricians, they won't tell you that.
Yeah. Everything else, you can just brake clean.
Yeah. Brake clean. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, anyone that's ever told me, yeah, it's junk once you get oil on it and everything. No, the worst thing that's going to happen is the internal voltage regulator. You might fry that. Now, on the Dodge, none of them from 1972 right up to 1992, and I think a little bit beyond 93 maybe, they all used the exact same alternator. None of them had a voltage regulator built in. It was either on the wall or the computer did it, you know, on the fender, on the firewall, or the computer did it. It was always outside. It's the same number from 1972 to 1992. It's the same part number, alternator for this truck. And all that wears out is the armature. It will get worn down until you can't do anything with it. You know, especially something from 1972.
Yeah.
But most likely the brushes you can replace 3 or 4 times easy.
Yeah.
You know, before it wears out that armature.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, I went on a rant. I apologize.
No, that's all right.
But
my biggest problem right now with this Corvette, believe it or not, is mice.
Oh.
I've been having them bastards chewing, and for some reason, they like the turn signal wires. But I had a right turn signal go out, and I started checking it out, and sure enough, mice have been chewing on the wires. So I fixed that, and now just this morning, I noticed that the left turn signal wire the turn signal was still working, but I could see that the wire was all chewed on it. Let's see if I can't. Well, I locked the car.
Oh, shit.
I was going to open it up and show you. I have to go get
Where are the keys? Back inside the car?
No, I got the keys in the house.
You know, my sister, she was having that problem with not only mice, but squirrels and everything else getting in the wiring of her car. Finally, the mechanic, and I did some research, and he was not lying. On her newer car, and I think it's a 2023 or something like that, the wires, the insulation on the wire is soy-based.
Yeah, makes it real tasty.
Yeah, it makes it real. So all these wild animals, they love eating the insulation.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
yeah. I'm
That's
like,
why they
wow.
get up in the roofs of the
well,
houses. I
you
suppose,
know, years ago, not that many years ago, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, Ford was experimenting with all they wanted to do all kinds of plastics, and they were making it out of corn oil.
Oh yeah.
And they were really pushing this technology, all this corn oil based plastics. Well, that was just it. They was feeding up the wildlife with it too. Ford started getting eaten up. So they quit that. They quit promoting that idea.
And you want to know the irony about going to all this plant-based plastics and everything? We throw away so much petroleum-based plastics already that it's going to take thousands of years before it decomposes.
Yeah.
Because I was working for a company that that was their business. They took all the industrial waste plastics, from companies like DuPont and everything else. They took all that plastic that they would normally throw away, and I mean it's tons, hundreds of tons a day, not a year, a day, that they just scrap, they just throw away. They would take on all of that, and they had a process where they cleaned it, and they turned it into a powder or into pellets. Ford was one of their biggest customers because that's what they were using to make all the plastic inside the cars for years. And they sold it to different places too. A lot of your polyester clothing, they had companies that was buying the powder to make to mix in with the cotton to make a polyester blend.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I thought that company was great. They had the right idea. Instead of polluting the whole earth with all this petroleum-based plastic and stuff, let's take it and reuse it. Well, China come in, undercut them, not for saving all the plastic, but just for the raw petroleum plastic again. And so they lost all their customers because they could buy it from China.
Well, big industry's notorious for that anyway. Their big industry has bought up smaller companies with great technologies just to do that, just to bury the technology, because if it got out, it put them out of business. There's a fella up here in Georgia right now, a young fella who's brilliant. He's taking plastics and turning it into fuels good enough to run as gasoline in your car. And at the rate he's doing it, his retail price is about $1.85 a gallon.
Yep.
For the stuff. And I'm subscribed to him to keep up with him. And he just posted something this morning about how he's got to move his facility to a different location about 150 miles away, still in the state of Georgia. And he was asking anybody with a dually truck, or a semi to come and help move his stuff, Wow. But you got to follow this guy. I'll send you the link to him too, because the guy's brilliant. He's essentially taking raw plastic, he grinds it up in a grinder, and then processes it into fuel that you can burn in your car.
Yeah,
Lord. And there was a rumor there for a while because all of a sudden he disappeared off the internet.
Yeah.
And everybody was, so the rumor started going that sure enough, Big Oil had gotten to him and killed him because he's trying to put him out of business. But that rumor was not true. But I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if they don't try it,
Yeah. Well,
apparently they did the same thing to the guy that had the car running on water.
Yeah.
He went.
Well, that's a true story.
He got poisoned, I reckon. Yeah.
He just disappeared one day.
no, he was the one that got poisoned, wasn't he? He went to,
Poisoned, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, poisoned. Yeah, that's right.
dinner with some executive, lunch with some
Yes.
told his brother he
Yes.
wasn't feeling well, and then all of a sudden, boom, he drops out dead.
Yep, Drops dead.
He
Yeah.
on autopsy, and they found out he was poisoned, but it wasn't just like, all right, they put arsenic in there. It was, one of those CSI friggin' scenes where they had to dig deep to find out exactly what type of
Yeah.
poison it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let me get back to this for a second. First of all, I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, yeah.
This engine
Yep.
is 33 years old, and as you can see, it's still nice and clean.
Oh, yeah.
But it's right down here. I can't tell if I'm in frame or not. But right here,
Oh,
can you
yeah.
see where the wires are chewed?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
wires for the turn signal.
Just catch it. Yep.
So,
Good Lord. Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
this is the LT1 350 engine in this. So,
Good Lord. Yeah. Oh, my
That's
God.
a beautiful car.
Yeah, it is. What, Craig, what do you have a preference on manufacturers like, i.e. Ford, Chevy?
Well, I've always been a Ford guy. I grew
get
up, because of my dad and
Yep.
and my mates and stuff like that. So I've always been a Ford guy, and I've always owned Fords. But I don't hold anything against it. If it's a muscle car, it's a V8. I love it. It doesn't matter what color it is or what brand it is.
Yeah, as I've gotten older too, it's I grew up. My father always had Fords. I mean, he started.
Yeah.
His first car was a 1914 Model T, and that's
Mhm.
pretty much. He's owned a couple others. He had a Saab. He had a Chevy once, but mostly it was all Fords, and most of them were all Ford trucks too. Same with me. So
Mhm.
I always tell people I didn't know any better. That's the way I grew up.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't until just 9 years ago that I had to put. I had. Oh my God! I bought an '89 Ford F-250 4x4 in 1990. It was a leftover. I paid $7,500 for it, brand new. Okay, I had that thing for 27 years. Finally, it just got to the point where there was so many little things wrong with it.
Mhm.
I didn't have the time or the money to get it fixed right, or to even work on it myself. So, a good friend of the family, he sold me this Dodge that I have now. He sold me the Dodge for $1,500. 3/4 ton, 4-wheel drive, 4-inch lift kit on it, 360 LA, small block Mopar engine in it. And I couldn't pass it up. It was a good deal. But I couldn't keep
Yeah.
both vehicles. I did not have
No.
room. So I had to get rid of the Ford. And I'll be honest with you, Craig, it was like putting the family dog down.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Literally,
And was that a Cleveland or a Windsor?
oh no, it was a 300 straight six.
Oh, it's a
300
6. Okay.
300 straight six, 5-speed manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll tell you what. I used to carry a 2,200-pound slide-in camper on the back of it, and I went from Virginia to New Hampshire, up in the mountains in New Hampshire, which is
Mhm.
roughly 800 miles one way.
What?
And then I'm up in the mountains there. That thing did everything I wanted it to do. It got even before it got undrivable, it was still getting 20 miles to a gallon, which for a 3/4 ton 4x4, that's pretty damn good. The old
That's
Dodge,
good. Yeah.
yeah, the old Dodge would do the same thing. I still have a 2,000-pound homemade camper that I put on the back of it,
Mhm.
but she gets
Yep.
10 miles to a gallon. Now, without the camper on it, she gets 10 miles to the gallon. It don't make a difference.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter. It's going to get 10 miles to a gallon. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's right.
That's it. But anyway, my point was, yeah, I've always been a Ford man up until the last, well, roughly decade, the last 9 years. And now the wife had a
Yep.
Ford Mustang. And unfortunately, her brother was using it, and he got T-boned in it, and it totaled the car. Not his fault. Not his fault. And so I
Oh.
picked her up. I picked her up a Jeep, and it's another Chrysler product. And now the Jeep is having mental issues. The brain box on it is going out. So
Yeah.
I picked up
And
a
that problem with that is that Jeep is that's old enough to where it's got the old data, the old control box on it, and they're so obsolete now.
Yeah, it's hard.
They're not going to be a lot of help.
No,
Yeah.
So
all of them.
everything after 2008, they changed. They changed the programming in the computers. It's altogether a different kind of computer, different processors.
Oh yeah.
At least here in the States, anyway. So
and
yeah,
it's all one unit. This one comes in 3 different units.
yeah.
And well, and they have a separate one just for the transmission alone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so I got her a 2007 Chevy Trailblazer. So,
Yeah.
I've gone through all the makes and models now.
Awesome.
As I've gotten older, and I'll tell you the one thing, the only thing I like, and I have no problem with, is again, anything back in the 20th century. All right, I'll even cut it as far down as that. But honestly, even my truck is a '92. It's too new for me. I really like anything from the early '80s
Yep.
on back, and I really don't care if it's Ford, Chevy, Dodge. I really don't care.
Well, my
For me,
car's
it was,
borderline. It's 91, so it's still got the wind-up windows. Still has an ashtray in it, so it's borderline new.
Oh
Because
yeah,
the same year they brought out the Series 2, which had electric windows and and ABS. So I got the model just before that. So I just made it in time.
yeah. Talking about
I think about the time
windows.
when I think about the time when I was growing up. You're talking about the cars that your father had.
Yeah.
My father was an Oldsmobile man,
Oh,
and
God.
the neighborhood that I grew up in, now that I think about it, they were all the big luxury cars. My
Yep.
dad had Oldsmobile. You had Oldsmobiles. You had the big Lincolns,
Yep.
Lincoln Continentals, or the Chrysler Imperials.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all that was parked up and down. Cadillacs.
Yep.
But my first car was a 65 Oldsmobile. Mark knows this. The motto was called the Dynamic 88 Holiday Star Special, which
Ooh,
was a long name.
it's a funky name.
But every one of those words described how the car was built. First of all, you either had the Delta 88 or the Dynamic 88. The Dynamic 88 meant you had the big block engine in it. All right. If it was a Holiday, that meant it was a 4-door car. And a Star Special meant that it had all the options, the power windows, the power seats, the air conditioning,
Yeah,
everything.
So that was the
And
top
that's how they used to script cars.
Yeah.
Just like in that movie, National Lampoon's Vacation, starring Chevy Chase, where
yeah.
they make up a name for the car.
Yep.
They call it the Queen's Family Truckster,
Yep.
But that's how cars were back in those days. The name told you exactly what it was. You had the Olds Cutlass Vista Cruiser wagon. There's a long
the
name.
Woody. The Woody. Yeah, they had a
Oh,
Woody
yeah.
too.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah.
It was flashy plastic, but it looked like wood grain.
The funny thing
Yeah.
is, you were saying that's a long name. Well, the name was almost as long as the car.
Yeah.
We're talking 25 foot, 30 foot. All right.
Yeah.
Let me
Well,
put
them
the-
Oldsmobiles, they were every bit of 20 foot, every one of them.
Oh yeah.
I like to tell this story that this is when my sister was first getting her driver's license. And my dad had this 1966 Olds 98 2-door convertible. And he gave it to my sister, not because he was being nice, My dad wanted himself a new car, and that's how he justified it, by giving his car to my sister and then going and buying a new car, you see.
Smart man.
But he bought himself a brand new 1972 Olds 98 luxury sedan, big, huge car. It was 20 feet, 4 inches long. And at the time, we didn't have a garage. And he bought that car, and he got the car home one evening. The very next morning, there's like 3 feet of snow on the ground. And the old man says, "That's it. I'm building a garage." You know?
Yeah. Now, Philip, you have to understand, we're speaking a foreign language to Craig. So that
Yeah.
car would
No.
have been a little bit over 6 meters long.
Yeah.
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 There you go.
Yep.
6 meters long. Fucking
Yep.
hell. Yeah.
A little bit
That's
over,
big.
about 6.33 meters long, roughly.
Yeah.
More than
right.
that.
That's huge.
Well, this is what I do. I just I work in round figures, and I know a
Yeah.
meter is 39 inches, which is close enough to the 36 that we call a yard,
Right.
you know? So when you talk meters, in this case, rather than doing the division, I do the adding, you know?
Yep.
So
Well, what's the
that would
story with
actually
the
be
furlongs?
closer. So let's
Because in
see.
horse racing, they call it furlongs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, furlongs, yeah.
Well, we do it in a lot of different dimensions, you know,
Yeah.
with horse racing.
Yeah, you,
But,
you know, my father was-
They have a mile and a mile and a quarter, and then they have furlongs and quarters,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, my father was born 1914, okay? He grew up with horses, all right, and not racing or anything fancy. This was what you had back
Yeah.
then. And both him and my mother, they could tell you a furlong. As a matter of fact, growing up, it always, I'm sitting there going, well, how far away is that? Well, it's about 3 furlongs. How, what? Can you give it to me in feet, please?
Yeah.
Yards, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing too, hands. Well,
Hand.
yeah, how tall are you? You
A
know,
hand is, and when you're measuring horses, a hand is actually 4 inches.
Yep.
So you got 3 hands to a foot.
Yep, because I remember, yep. He's about 9 hands tall. You know,
Yeah.
he's only 3 years old, so.
I worked with a horse that was 11 hands.
Yep.
Big horse, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that was some of the,
What do you got there?
This is me when I was a jockey.
Oh,
my-
yeah.
Awesome.
With thoroughbreds
Yeah.
or steeplechase or what?
Thoroughbred, no flat racing, no jumping.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not that silly.
Yeah.
Yes, I've done that for 29 years.
Oh, good
Did ya?
Lord.
I worked with
Yeah,
horses.
so now
I worked with
horsepower
horses
is my
from
go
the
now.
time I was 16 to the time I was 21. I was working with saddlebred show horses.
oh, beautiful.
So, and I worked
Yeah.
with some of the big names in the business back in the day. You know, there was
Yeah,
one
right.
fella.
Yep.
There was one fella. His name was Art Ledbetter. I like telling this story. I think I've told it on this show before, but just for your benefit, Greg, I'll try to make it as quickly as I can. His name was Art Ledbetter, and he was an old Kentucky horseman. And he'd come to our farm every now and then and see how things are going. And we were training horses to take to this show. It was the Milwaukee Futurity Horse Show in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it's a big show, very popular. And all the hotels book months in advance. You can't get a room in that town when that horse show is on, right? So Art's comes and visits us at the barn about 2 weeks before the show, and he's asking, where are you guys staying at and this kind of stuff. And we told him, and Art's like, well, maybe I'll check in at the same hotel. And my boss, Tom, tells me, he says, Art, you can. He says, all the rooms are booked up. And Art's like, oh, I'll get a room. Don't worry about it. You know, and Tom, the guy I worked for, he even asked me, he says, if Art shows up for the show, please give up your room to old man Art, you know? And I told him I'd be glad to.
Mhm.
So, but anyway, we get to the show, we're set up, we're checked in the hotel room, we're back on the fairgrounds, we're working our horses. Art shows up, old man Art Ledbetter shows up, and we start talking, and Tom asks him, he says, so where are you staying at, Art? And he says, I got a room in the same hotel you're in. And Tom says to him, he says, well, how is that possible? That hotel is booked up. And Art says, well, I just walked in there and told them I was Senator Ledbetter from Kentucky, and they gave me a room. He was no senator. No, he's just an old Kentucky horseman. He could talk the pants off of anybody.
Yeah,
He was a master craftsman.
he could
So
sell-
us the
sell an
Eskimos.
ice cream to an Eskimo.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
could.
right.
He could sell ice
Could
cream to an
send- could
Eskimo.
sell sand to the Arabs.
Yep, there you go. Yep, same thing. Exactly. Good Lord.
He used to sell. In his retirement, he was making these horse bits, and they were Art Ledbetter's bits. He named the bits Better Bits.
Yep.
And here's how he'd sell them. He'd go to a horse show, and he'd pick out the one horse he'd see being going through its exercise or training, and he'd find the horse that performed the worst. And he'd walk up to these people, and he'd tell them, he'd say,
Yeah,
I know what that horse's problem is. It's not the horse, it's the bit. You got the wrong bit in that horse's mouth. And he, without even riding a horse, he'd change out the bit right in the bridle
Yeah.
with the horse standing right there, put his bit in it, then he'd get on the horse. Now Art,
Yeah.
he was a horseman. He could get the best performance out of any horse. And that's just it. Here's this old top-notch rider and trainer jump on the back of this horse being rode by some amateur, and he can
Yeah.
make the horse perform like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Now, it had nothing
Yeah,
to
the
do
horse
with
is
the
known.
bit.
Yeah.
It had
yeah.
nothing to do with the bit. It had everything to do with
that's
his
right. It's his own.
ability to
Yeah.
get the best out of the horse. But he'd ride that
100%.
horse around with this
Yeah.
bit in it. The horse would perform great. And then he'd stop and he'd get off
Yep.
and he'd just put his hand out for wanting them to pay him for the bit. That's how he sold horse
Oh,
bit.
Yeah, yeah.
The
That's
bit
a good
wasn't
idea
any
because
better
that's
than
what-
any
that's what
other
they
bit, but he convinced people
Nah.
that it was the bit
He had
and not
hands.
his skill.
He had hands, good hands. Yeah, you got to have
So-
good hands on him. Yeah, dead right. The
But
horses
even-
know. They know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for damn sure. That's for damn
Yep.
sure. They can tell how you.
I've
sit.
seen horses bolt on people that I can't even get them to canter. They won't even want to go. They're that lazy.
Yeah.
But if you put an inexperienced rider on them, and all of a sudden the horse realizes, oh, mate, I'm top of his,
Yeah.
and he's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, they test you. A horse will test you to see what you know.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yep.
We had good horses too. We had some real nice three-gated saddlebred horses that were like babysitters. We could put 4 and 5-year-olds on them, and the horse would. It was like a babysitting job.
Yeah,
We
that's
had
awesome
one
to have
horse-
horses like that. Yeah.
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 We had one horse. Her name was Rosie, just nicknamed Rosie, and she used to be a champion in her day. Now she was put out to pasture and became a broodmare, right?
Mm-hmm.
This family had bought the horse and wanted to put her back in the shows because they had this little 4-year-old girl that they wanted to be in the saddlebred shows. So, yeah, Rosie was like a babysitter. We put this little 4-year-old girl on the back of this horse, and the horse knew what to do. She was old and wise. She just would go through the motions, and you could
Yeah.
tell the horse would turn her head every now and then just to check to make sure the kid's all right. The horse cared that much.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're worth their weight in gold, horses like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, guys.
We had another
They really
had
are.
another horse. It was a Morgan horse. He was bred for quarter horse
Big
racing. Yeah,
Mhm.
big quarter horse. But he was a babysitter too. He was owned by a little 6-year-old girl who rode him all the time.
Oh, Philip.
Yeah, I've got a quarter horse now, actually. Purebred.
I hate to do this to y'all, but
Yeah.
it's getting to that time where
Yeah.
I got to feed the wife. I got a few things to do, and I got to get out.
And I've got to go to work. I'm going to head off down to the factory as well before the
And I
traffic
got-
hits.
And I have NHRA Top Fuel drag racing to watch.
There you go,
Oh,
buddy.
what's it?
Well, Craig, look, next Sunday, 4:00. If that is a good time for you, how did that?
Sounds
work
good to me, guys. For sure.
All right.
Love to
All right.
have you
Awesome.
back on,
Yep.
And we'll see if we
Yeah,
can't
it
figure.
was nice
out
to meet you, Mark, and it's great to see you finally, Phil, and say good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good seeing you, and face to face. I appreciate
Maybe
that.
we can get you on at the same time with
Yeah.
Dave
Definitely.
and let you two shoot the shit for a bit,
Yeah, awesome.
That would be great.
Oh,
Uh,
great. Yeah.
I don't know if you caught the beginning of the show when he was on. Did you see that, Greg?
No, I didn't, but I'll have a look when I get off here.
Yeah, when you get off here, go back and watch it. He's still
will.
recovering, you know, from
Yeah.
his accident, but yeah.
Yeah, no
We'll
doubt.
try to time it a little bit better.
Yeah,
So-
and Eric
All right then, guys.
is still watching too. So Eric, you know you're always welcome if you're up
Yep.
that way.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Eric.
You know.
All right, I'm getting
Yeah,
off
good on
here.
you,
I'll
Eric.
see
It
you
was nice
guys
to meet
later.
you.
Bye now.
Okay, guys.
All right, we'll catch you.
Bye.
all
Have a
later.
good day.
See you later, Craig. You have
See
a
ya.
good one.
You too, Mark.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. That was another good one, a little bit over 2 hours. So we'll catch you next time here, and I'll try and put up a reminder this week, 4 o'clock Eastern time, next Sunday, and we'll be back on. And you know, of course, Philip will be here. I'm hoping that Eric, David, and Craig will show up too, and anyone else. You're all welcome. So y'all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your Monday, Craig. I still want to call you about the lottery. See how that works out. But anyway, y'all take care. We'll catch you next time.